Thank you very much, that's smart. This is quite encouraging. There's something you did not address, Professor Table, in my question, but then I'll give
Yeah.
you the mic to have to address that after when the barristers are done talking. Let me hear from you, Barrister Fu. You are from Mezam. How do you feel when you now see a great collaboration between Bui and Mezam? And we are hoping that we're also going to see collaboration again, like Professor Tebo is encouraging us that the county and the LGA is now gaining steam. And we are hoping that we're going to see, because Mezam is a hub, it's like a junction. So collaboration inter-county, either from Kitunja, Boy, or Momo is quite imperative. How do you feel about that? Talk to us briefly, and then Barrister Tim as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paddy. I am very, very delighted to have heard from Professor Tebo because I'm also married from Momo. I'm married from Ambo village
Yes.
in Mugamo, and therefore I have an interest. And the time that ADF was in charge in Mogamo was a very painful period for most of us, particularly in my wife's village where there is a military outpost in the cooperative building that was built by the people. It is still there, and I'm very happy to hear that Mogamo is being rebuilt and that they will take their normal place as it was then. Because when I came to this country in 2019, that's when I arrived in the United States. In 2020, I did my first draft, and Momo was a financial powerhouse. Momo, particularly Mogamo, was raising a lot of draft money, and at that time the military situation there was very, very tight. Our people were doing very well until, for some funny reason, ADF took over Mugamo, and I tell you, it was a blow to all of us. And since then, I have never visited my in-laws in Ambo. But I'm so happy to have heard from Professor Tebo that things are going to return to normal. Having said that, the cooperation between counties is vital. And I want to announce here that the guerrilla warfare has started, urban guerrilla has started in Bamenda, thanks to the special forces and with the collaboration of the counties around, particularly Bui and Gokutunja. And I think that they have shown La Republique du Cameroon that we are now at the urban guerrilla in Bamenda. And of course, I don't need to tell you, Paddy, the results. The
Yeah,
result is five of them in less than 2 days were taken out.
and
Look, the checkpoints inside Bamenda have become a canker worm. These guys have exploited our people to the last kobo.
Yep.
And now they now know that the checkpoint is a dangerous place for them. They should know that urban guerrilla has started inside Bamenda. We have tolerated ADF in Bamenda. We are almost finishing with them in Bamenda, and the B and the gendarmes and the police are harassing our people with checkpoints. We are going to go after them and to take them out from Bamenda. I have been informed by my people at home that no military man, nobody in uniform can walk freely inside Bamenda because of what they have done to us. You cannot go 500 meters without meeting a police checkpoint, and they ask you for 500 and all that. They collect their money. They collect money from us. It has to stop. And I thank the collaboration of the other counties that have instituted the strategy to put this to an end. And Paddy, I tell you,
that's
it's
quite
working
amazing.
and it's working marvelously. and I hope La Republic is hearing, Bamenda is a no-go zone for them now. They
That's
have
amazing.
had a field, they have had a field day, they have had a field day harassing our people, capturing our people and taking ransom and sharing. The ADF is actually the B are embedded in the ADF. In the ADF, it is not really the ADF. Is the majority of those who are in the ADF in Bamenda who were causing burning down taxis and so on were B officers. Now the
I,
table is
I,
turning.
I, just to agree with you, Pastor Fu, so that we can catch up with the time, the very limited time we have. Things are changing and they're changing really good. I think what Professor Table just mentioned here this evening is not mere propaganda. We can see the results, and our duty is always to herald it when we receive it. Mistakes have been made, lessons have been learned, and progress is being made. By Mbeseha,
Yes.
please make your contribution in this regard before Professor Table reacts to us about inter-county collaboration with Momo, and then we'll move on to the next report. Please, Mr. Mbeseha.
Let me say this. What happened to Momo is not new. I can say with certainty that almost every county has had its up and downs in this struggle. And so we have moved on, and Momo has moved on. We've learned from the past errors, our past mistakes, and we're on the track. And so we can only encourage Momo and any other county that has faced similar problems that we shall move. I would rather then spend a little bit of time to what Basanso said. What happened in Bamenda from that report, in Mancon in particular, not just Mezam, has changed the whole face of the war. Our war has ceased to be a guerrilla warfare that we know. Guerrillas generally operate from the bushes. They're in the farms. They're operating from the rural areas. But what is going on now in Bamenda, from that evidence that's happening in Bamenda, and sometimes it happened in my 16, my 14 in Boya, is changing the face of the battle from from a rare guerrilla warfare that we know to an urban guerrilla warfare. An urban guerrilla warfare is fought inside the town. And it is the best. I don't know. I'm not aware of any government in the world that has successfully defeated urban guerrillas. Why? Because they are the simplest one. They are best. You're not going to see urban guerrillas now. In the city, that saves all the program to go and give them British. They eat the same food that you and me eat. They live in the same town. The only difference is that you don't know them, and they can operate with impunity. They have come to town, in Bamenda in particular, and I think getting to other towns like Boya, who are succeeding. Because until now, the sanctuary of the government has been the cities. They've escaped so much as our own people. They have escaped to where the governors live, to where the prefects live, because they have armed there. But now, with the war in their front yard, you don't know who is a victim. Anybody, for example, wearing a uniform or only allegiance to the enemy is a target. And that has been exemplified in Bamenda. It is pure urban guerrilla warfare. They don't organize themselves in groups. You're not going to find them coming to kill 20 people like they did in Pinyin. You're not going to find a battalion of 100 ASA sitting somewhere in town. They are just urban guerrillas. They come to you when you did not expect. They come to areas where you could not imagine. And it is effective because it prevents, our goal is to prevent governance, the occupation and governance. Now, those guys who sit there at the checkpoint, this is not a checkpoint on the highway going to Manfred or going to Nigeria. It's inside town. What happened at the Commercial Avenue? This is the middle of the town. They are guarding a bank. Banks don't sit in the bush. And then they're taken out. Even their friends come, they don't know what to do. They can fire at every motorbike rider. But the chances are they kill 100 motorbike riders, they are not going to kill even one, that single Amba guy or two of them who permitted that act.
Yeah.
So we're progressing, we're succeeding tactically. The war has changed from the regular guerrilla war that we know, has moved to the urban centers, which is why even the Lele Afrique, the guys in Buga,